Hi, y'all. Welcome to I Might Delete This Later. I'm T, and this podcast is really just a space to slow down, to talk, and to listen to people's stories, to the small moments that shape us, and to the ways we see our faith show up in the middle of all of it. Around here, nothing's too polished. We're just noodling through ideas, sharing honest conversations, and see where they take us. Some episodes, it'll just be me. Other times, I'll be joined by friends and guests who've got stories worth leaning in for. So pull up a chair, grab your coffee, and let's see what comes out of today. And who knows, maybe I'll delete this later. You have the voice for it. It's really clear.
So we just sit here and eat peanuts?
We can.
I was born in 1938.
38?
Yep.
Cool. Where?
It was either Gilbert or Chandler, Arizona. Somewhere in the country there. I don't,
They didn't do like hospitals.
But it's recorded in Chandler.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's on my birth certificate and baptism certificate and that.
Why would it be one or the other?
Because I don't know where we were. At that time, you had your kids at home.
Oh, okay.
So we lived in the country somewhere in between those towns in Arizona.
Okay, so you're like close to a border.
Yeah, we're just farm workers,
That's cool.
So.
Chandler, that's near where Olivia is, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. It's right there near, Chandler, Gilbert, Phoenix, in that area, outskirts of Phoenix.
Pretty close to Phoenix, then?
East of Phoenix.
Is the house still there?
Huh?
Is the house still there?
Oh, I doubt it. I doubt it. That place is, from what I understand, has grown immensely. You wouldn't. It's not like the old days. It used to be a real cool town. When we went there to get my birth certificate and stuff. It was really still real cool.
That's neat.
But now I'm sure, because the Niners quarterback, his family lives in Gilbert now, and I'm sure they got a mansion out there somewhere.
That's right.
So it's totally changed. Everything's. Back then.
Even San Jose, I remember people talking about how it was mostly orchards. And even my dad's like, oh, this was...
It was beautiful here.
What do you call it? Where they milk the cows.
Dairies?
Dairies, yeah. And he's like, all that's gone. I'm like, it was a pretty big area.
You used to go downtown, like on First and Santa Clara, in the street. The traffic would stop, and then if you're a pedestrian, you could cross anywhere you wanted to. Just, diagonally and this and that. There was always a cop there. And stop all the traffic, and then And
he's telling people which way to go?
Yeah, you could go any direction, and then they'd stop that, and then the cars would start back again.
That's cool.
But it was really cool. It really was. I liked San Jose when I came here.
What were your parents' names?
My dad's name was, they call him Abe.
Abe?
Abe.
What was it, Abraham?
Avelino Borello.
Oh, okay.
And my mother's name was Antonia.
That's cool.
Borello.
You know how they met?
No, I don't. My mother married when she was probably 16. Real young.
You think they're...
Beautiful girl.
You think they... were in Arizona when they met, or you think there was...
No, it was in New Mexico.
Oh, New Mexico?
Yeah. All my parents were from New Mexico.
So they were the first ones to come out to Arizona?
They used to travel a lot because they used to do farm work, so they used to travel. I had brothers that were born in Wyoming, in Colorado, New Mexico, and then me and my older brother was born in Arizona.
So you had no home base.
But we just traveled, and then finally we worked away, and then they came to California.
Following the orchards?
Yeah, well, back then it was kind of poor back there, so you're
Right.
always looking for something better. So California, was the place to go, and so.
So they weren't necessarily following where the work was, but they're also trying to find out where there was more, getting paid more too.
Yeah. They somehow my dad bought a almost new '38 Chevy because they came out probably in '39. So it was a pretty new car. He must have saved a lot of money, and they came over the grapevine with that '38 Chevy and a Model A.
Wow.
Well, the Model A pooped up on top of the hill.
Uh-oh.
And so my dad said, well, I had older brothers, and they were probably in their early 20s, say, or late 19s or something, whatever. Anyway, they said, they're going to push the car over the hill,
Really?
Yeah, get rid of it,
Oh, over the side of the hill?
Oh, down the canyon,
Oh, my
But the
gosh.
highway patrol came along and they said, what are you guys doing? Well, car quit, we're going to No, you ain't going to push that car over the hill.
Really?
So they somehow got it back to the first gas station that was there. They come to, and I guess the guy gave them $20 or whatever for it.
Oh, so they ended
They
up
left
selling
it
it?
there, and then they came in the Chevy, and they settled in the valley. So
That's cool.
yeah,
How many siblings did you have?
huh?
How many siblings did you have?
Well, there was 11 altogether.
11? Were you the 11th?
No, I was. I don't know which one I was, but no. Let's see. I had Ernie, Mary, and then I guess me. I guess I was the third from the youngest.
Oh, you're from the youngest.
Yeah.
So what was the name of your siblings? Do you remember all of them?
Oh yeah.
Who was the oldest?
The oldest brother was Joe.
So Joe was the first one. Who's the second one?
Well, the oldest one was my sister Louise,
Okay.
and then Joe,
Uh-huh.
and then John, and then I think it was Robert, then Catherine, then Mike, Francis, Jesse, me, Mary, and Ernie. And there was one Ernie before this last one that died. He was a baby.
Oh, had a baby?
Yeah. But I'm the last man standing.
Yeah, out of all of them. So between the youngest and the oldest, like when the last one was born, how old was the oldest? Do you know?
Not really. My mother died in, I think it was 1949. And my youngest little brother was, I think, just like 2 years old. He never even knew my mother.
Oh, he was only 2? 2 when he died?
Who? My mother died.
Oh,
Yeah.
your mom died and he was 2.
He was just a baby. Yeah.
Was it just
We were in grammar school, probably in about sixth or seventh grade, something like that.
did she get sick or something?
Yeah.
What'd she get?
What they determined was that she came down with valley fever,
What's that?
and that's something, and it's prevalent now. You can get it down like in the Central Valley. Mm-hmm. You get it from the dust in the earth.
Mm.
Certain times of the year, the spores are real active, and you breathe them, and then you get like like a cancer, maybe, I don't know.
Oh,
But
that's
it
crazy.
attacks your lungs anyway.
Never even heard of that.
Yeah. No, it still happens. Not as bad because they can treat it now. But back then, they didn't have anything to treat it, and it just took her out. And
That's hard.
see, my mom never worked.
Uh-huh.
But she had all the kids now. She said, I want to go out and help. So she wanted to go out and help us pick cotton. And that's when she got sick. I think she inhaled a lot of the dust because the cotton's dusty.
Right.
And
The plane.
that's it.
And she probably wasn't even not used to it either.
No.
It's like
Yeah,
hit hard from day one.
yeah.
That's crazy.
So anyway, that's...
So you guys were in grade school, so you were just with your dad at that point?
Huh?
You guys were just with your dad at that point?
Yeah, we just went on and finished grammar school, high school. And everybody went their separate ways, My older brothers were there. They were, but one brother but two of them were in the area there, so they would come over a lot, and stuff. But it was kind of sad childhood. It wasn't that exciting.
Where were you guys? Were you already in California when she passed away?
No, I stayed there. Went to finished grammar school. Went to high school in Delano, and then I got couple of pretty good jobs. I was making pretty good money there, but still living in the valley is not the best. So when one of my brothers moved to Sunnyvale, he was bugging me to come up there. So I moved. That's when I moved up here, and then I met some guys, and we just used to hang out together and go out and get crazy drunk and stuff. But we had good friends, and I assume they're still around. I haven't talked to any of them in a long time. But
How old was your dad when he passed away?
huh?
How old was your dad when he passed away?
I would say it's around 1959, somewhere. around
Okay.
there. Yeah, he had diabetes real bad, and back then they didn't treat it like they do now, and so he got the foot infected. It cut his leg off and all
really?
that, and so it finally took him out.
That's hard.
So
I knew somebody like that. Same thing. They took one leg, then they took the other leg, and then he didn't live much
yeah, your
longer than that.
circulation goes away then.
Yeah.
That's why you have to. Nowadays, it's a little better now. If you can control your sugar,
Well, they got the monitors and stuff to tell you constantly.
And my dad, he used to love sugar.
He had a sweet tooth.
He would well, you didn't necessarily buy candy or anything like that, but he used to can like peaches and stuff in the the summer for the winter. Oh, and it's eat those things by the jar,
So is it essentially like every sibling finished high school, got old enough, and then moved away?
Well, some of my sisters and brothers didn't. In fact, my brother Joe and John. I don't know if I mentioned John or not. I might have forgot him. They never went to school.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they didn't know how to read or write.
Man.
But they got along. I mean, they went in the service, and WW2.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were in that.
Oh, that's crazy. 3 of them, you said?
Huh?
3 of them?
2.
2 of them.
And then Mike, that I came up here, he was in the Navy. But
They try to get you to join?
he was on a carrier, firefighter and all that. I don't think they were even much of a battle back then.
Did they try to get you to join?
No, because it's funny because I was right at the age where they weren't drafting. I mean, I signed up for the draft, but they weren't calling anybody. And then when I moved up here, by the time the Korean War or years way before Vietnam, I was already married, and they weren't taking anybody that was married. I had a buddy that we used to go out and booze it a lot and have fun. He went in the Army, and then a kid I grew up with down there, he went in and he had a real rough time.
Yeah.
I grew up with him. Where we lived, we had an Archie family, Arkansas family, and an Okie family from Oklahoma. And that's the guys I grew up with. the Arkies and the Okies, you know. And we used to play together, you know, and then we grew up and went to school, and then everybody went their ways, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then, you know, when we grew up, we all bought our first car and stuff. It was a lot of fun there.
Where was that at?
Right there in the valley, in a little town. We used to cruise at night, you know, little one-lane town. Yeah.
All of a sudden, I had a vision of a cartoon.
I had a 47 Plymouth Club Coupe.
Was that your first car?
Yeah, my first car. I wish I still had it.
Oh, yeah.
I bought it in the next little town, Early Mart. I was looking for a car, and I saved up like $200, you know, and this kid, what the hell was his name? I can't remember his name, Mexican kid. He says, "Hey, Frank," he says, "there's 2 cars down there in Early Mart." He says, "The guy I think he wants 200 and 250 for him." It was the Plymouth and the Dodge, and there were little coupes, you know, they were really nice. But the Plymouth had dual exhaust and dual carburetors. I said, "That's the one I want," you know.
Nice.
So I bought that Plymouth
For $200?
Yeah. And that was a lot of money then.
Oh, I believe it.
Yeah. So, and I had that even when I moved up here.
Oh, you had it for a while then, huh?
Oh yeah.
What happened to it?
But then I sold it to this kid who was in the Navy, sailor. So, "Oh, I want your car." And I said, "Well, I bought it. I had wanted to buy another one." And he just wrecked it. The guy says, "Hey, I seen your Plymouth. They had it in the Destruction Derby at San Jose Speedway." And I had that car I had it painted a really pretty, like a '56 Mercury. They had a dark gunmetal gray, and I forget what the other color combination. So I took it to Tulare, and this guy had a body shop. I said, "I want it painted that Mercury gray." He painted that thing. Was beautiful.
Nice.
And then there was a guy in Delano where I went to school. He was an Italian. He was a Filipino guy, sign painter. Mm-hmm. And he was pinstriping cars. So I took my car down there and said, "Hey, can you pinstripe the dash?" He said, "Yeah, sure. Leave it here." So I just left it, and he pinstriped all I shouldn't have, because the dash was all wood grain, real pretty dash in those cars. Grain. And then he pinstriped it, and then he painted it like a Hawaiian girl laying down on the top above the glove compartment. Uh-huh. I didn't really care for that, but it looked good. But then he didn't put a pretty face on it, you know. So anyway, that was the car. And it had a real good sound on it. The Plymouth and the Chevy had the best sounds on pipes back in the 50s. The Plymouth sounded better than the Chevy. You put like glass packs on it and something to take off, it just had a real mellow sound, you know.
That's cool.
That was the ones that had the best sound. The Fords had the V8, but they didn't sound good, but they were okay. But anyway, that's.
So you were selling it to do a favor for this person, the one you sold it to? You're like trying to help him out?
No, he kept bugging me, and I don't know why I sold it to him. Because he messed it all up. He didn't, you know, he was in the Navy. He didn't have a place to live. I don't know where he kept the car, and I think he just left it in the street. So I don't know.
You're being generous.
It just went to pot, you know. And then I bought a 55 Dodge hardtop.
Right after?
Yeah.
How long did you have that car for?
I had that quite a while. And then I took it over to the east side at Hendrick's Auto Body. Mm-hmm. He used to lower them, lower the front end. Mm-hmm. So I had it lowered. And the guy at the shop next door, he used to align them after this guy lowered them. So that car set really nice. And I don't have a picture one of that car. You know, that was
Have either one?
No. And that was a real cool car too. It was all lowered real nice.
Are you still recording him?
Yeah, I am.
But anyway.
What were your parents like?
My parents?
Yeah.
they're just poor people, you know.
I mean, so what was the mentality at home?
There was nothing to do there in that little town. So, you know, all the workers would be Saturday night was downtown drinking beer stuff.
Okay.
You know,
That's kind of what they did? You guys just...
play cards maybe. And
You guys stuck around? It's hard when you have a lot of kids too.
blowing a lot of money. People were out of control back then.
I was just telling somebody it's hard when you have a lot of kids because you either focus on one or two of them and then whatever. The older kids usually have to take care of the younger kids. It's too many. It's like running a daycare almost.
Yeah, we kind of just took care of ourselves, really.
It was independent living.
And then when we got old enough, we just left home and go find your way. My sister went to L.A. and a niece that grew up with her, they were the same age. They both went to L.A. and then married there and started their families and stuff.
In LA? Mm-hmm. That was just when she was old enough?
But the thing about my sister and my niece, they were both the same age. When my mom had my sister, my oldest sister had the baby girl also. But she married a guy from Mexico. Mm-hmm. And so the guy from Mexico took them to Mexico, and my sister wanted to come back. But she couldn't, at that time, she couldn't bring the baby back, you know, because
the baby was born
you had
in
to
Mexico?
have papers, you know. But,
yeah.
So my mom went over there with my dad and said they're going to bring her back.
Oh, okay.
So my mom was nursing my sister here at home. So when she came across the border, she started nursing the other baby.
Oh, nursing both of them?
Yeah, so they said they thought that was her baby, so they didn't even challenge her, you know. So she brought Tony back.
Wow,
So
that's fortunate.
Yeah.
But the sister couldn't get back still?
Huh?
The sister couldn't get back still?
Yeah, she came back and then left that guy. That guy went back, you know.
Yeah, no good.
Yeah. Well, I don't know whatever happened to him. I mean, at the time he was okay, but he wanted to go back. She didn't want to go back. Mm-hmm. One of those things. So she came back. So anyway.
Kathy, tell him about Kathy.
Oh, Katie.
Katie.
My sister Katie.
Yeah, tell him about Katie.
Yeah, my sister Katie. She was my sisters were all really nice, really good. They had a hard life too.
I loved all of them.
But there was Louise, Katie, Frances, and Mary. 4 girls.
Mm-hmm. They helped take care of you?
Huh?
They helped take care of you? The older ones?
When I was small, my oldest sister Louise was partial to me. Mm-hmm. You know, she helped me a lot. Yeah.
And Katie,
Older sisters are the best.
when she had her small arms, she helped you.
Oh, yeah. You know, back then, Katie, my sister, was, when she was a kid, they were playing. Mm-hmm. And, you know, back then they didn't have doctors and this and that like they do now. And so she was playing and they were swinging her by the arm and they pulled her arm out.
Really?
And I don't know why, but my dad never took her in. So she grew up with a bad arm.
A short arm.
So
She
it
only had one
dislocated?
arm
It
that
got-
she could use. But she used to do everything. In fact, I got a picture there where me and her used to work together. You know, we used to work in the field, and we would work like picking potatoes. The way they did it, they would dig them up, and then each family would get like a length of so many potatoes to pick and sack them. And then every time the tractor would come through, you'd pick the potatoes on that space.
Oh, so the tractor pulled them out of the ground.
Yeah,
just
and
pick
you
them off the
pick them,
ground.
put them in bags. So me and her would pick side by side.
Oh, okay.
And then,
Was it a pretty big space that you guys had to do?
well, I thought it was too big, because, but then each family would divide it in among how many kids you had. Okay, you guys, you pick this, 15-foot space, and then somebody picked that one.
Who?
And so you all say the family got 100 feet, then the family would break it up and pick it,
Oh, okay.
And that every time that tractor would come around, he would dig up that same space. You keep moving down the field.
Who divided it up?
Well, they
owner?
had a contractor. He would come along and say, "Okay, how many feet do you want, Abe?" And he said, "Oh, so much." And then he just step it off and put a stake there.
Oh, okay.
And so you were responsible for picking up the potatoes in that space.
That's crazy.
So then my dad would say, "Okay, you two pick this, I'll pick this," and So me and Katie, because she only had one arm, then we would pick together, and I was the smaller one.
Oh, okay.
So they didn't think I could pick that much, but
So
but we did.
what was the worst one you had to do? Like, oh, I hate picking these things.
It was shitty work, but it wasn't that bad, really.
I mean, it's labor intensive. To me, I would think it's labor intensive, but it's not.
Everybody that was out there was in the same boat. We knew a lot of the people. Everybody was nice, and that was just the way you made a living.
Right.
It's
There was no crop that you hated. You hated picking though.
well, no, it's I didn't. I like potatoes better than cotton. I wasn't very good at cotton.
Cotton was the one I was going to ask.
Cotton's
Doesn't it have
got too
thorns?
many bows, and you got to pick down here and here. But my brother John, now he's the third one in the family down. He was a heck of a cotton picker.
Really?
Oh man, he would pick 500 pounds of cotton by 1 o'clock and go home,
500 pounds.
and then go home at 1 o'clock. He was fast. I mean, he was a machine.
That's crazy.
And then we'd still be working out there, at 1 o'clock, and he's on his way home. I said, "Where are you going?" Yeah, come here. I'm going home. 500 pounds, and he's gone. And we had to pick. I think the best I ever done was like maybe, if I was lucky, 250 or 300 pounds
On a good day.
That's when I grew up a little bit, but.
What about
But I
trees?
enjoyed cotton. Cotton is not as much as potatoes, because potatoes, if they wasn't dusty, it was okay. Because they're clean when they come out of the ground, and you just put them in bags. And cotton was sort of clean too. And you just picked it, and it's all white and soft, and you put it in your sack, and when you want to take a break, you just lay down on your sack, And they had like a 9-foot sack, a 10-foot sack, and a 12-foot sack
Wow.
for the big guys, because you had to be pretty tall for a 12-foot sack, because when you empty it, you got to go up on a trailer like that, and they put a plank across it, and then the sack came as a sack, but when you started picking, you would cut the back of it and then tie it in a bow like that, So when you went up on the trailer to empty it, you could dump the front and then pull that string and dump the back. So you just dumped it on both sides of your shoulder,
Okay.
But you had to be tall enough for the 12-foot, because it's going to be 6 foot on each side, And they'll drag. I mean, you drag the ground.
That's pretty long.
So we always had a short one, or got one that's wore out and cut it back. And the best I would do was a 9-footer,
That's pretty big too.
I always wondered what happened to my cotton sack. I would like to have that.
You kept it? It's yours?
Oh yeah, it's just yours.
Oh, okay.
It's made out of like a canvas, light canvas, and it's just, when you get it full, it's about like that, and you just drag it behind you.
Did you ever
And then when it's cold, you get there in the morning, you take that sack and wrap it around your shoulders to keep it warm.
So it's a pillow, a jacket, and
It's everything. That's why I wish I had one, And I don't know what happened to them. We all had some.
Do you have to pick from
And when
trees?
you buy them, they come with a strap like this. Like you see in the movies, the black guys picking it.
Yeah.
They got a strap like this, and the opening's here, so you're picking and you're throwing it there.
Oh, okay. Make it easy.
Yeah. And some people, I think my sister, you could tie it around your waist and, pull it between your legs too and pick that way or pick it this way.
Okay. What'd you do on the side?
Yeah. And then cut the back open so you can open, and then take it up the trailer. And then you could kind of mess around and fall into the cotton on the trailer, fool around, play while the guys, get out of there.
Do you ever have to pick from trees?
Huh?
You ever pick from trees and stuff, like apples and...
Nah, we tried peaches one time as kids, but I didn't like it. Because you can't reach everything, you got to get a ladder, move it here, and then you go, oh, you still can't reach that, and keep moving ladders. Get out of here.
Oh, so you guys mostly did fields?
I like peaches because I could eat them, man, they were good off the tree.
Oh, I bet. It's as fresh as you can get them.
No, we didn't do much on picking
That's crazy.
peaches. I'll
Sell
tell
it on
you.
the side of the road.
I'll tell you about my other jobs I had there before I left next time.
Okay.
What I graduated to driving tractors and.
Oh, really? It's cool stuff. Listening to my grandpa share what it's like growing up in Arizona in a big family, working the fields, moving with the seasons, reminds me of a kind of grit and humility that shaped so many families of that era. His story isn't just about hard work or being a migrant kid trying to make it. It's about resilience, choosing gratitude, even when life is tough, and holding on to the values that really matter. I'm grateful he sat down and opened up the way he did. The conversations are more than just memories. They're a piece of who we are, and they deserve to be heard and carried forward. Thanks for spending this time with us. I appreciate you listening, supporting, and being part of these memories, these moments that mean a lot to me and my family. Until next time, and who knows, I might delete this later.